Hello Stampers and welcome to Laura's Stamp Pad. Today I just wanted to show you the fabulous Flourishing Phrases stamp set and the coordinating Flourish Thinlit dies. This is one of the new bundles in the 2016-2017 Stampin' Up! Catalog. So of course you can always bundle the two items together and save 10%, which makes it even more fun. But I love the amazing greetings and the beautiful images. That scrolly image there is absolutely stunning. And then of course you know how I love my flowers. And then there's just so many different greetings that are perfect for so many occasions. You have your wedding, your sympathy, congratulations, and then a hello, and then a couple extra ones, like just a note, and then there's a thank you, and a couple other, you know, like God wanted, oh, I can't read it upside down. God wanted to brighten the world. And then on the inside, then you can put, so he made you, which is that fabulous little greeting there. So there's a lot of great inside-outside greetings as well with this set. So super fun. And then of course the framelits have lots of coordinating images. There's a leaf image, there's a flower image to die cut this. There's also, I'm sorry, it's not to die cut this, but to layer over top of it. And then of course there is an image that does die cut that. So I have some of them here as the framelits, and then I also just wanted to show you some tips and tricks on how I created some of them and some ways to use it. So of course any of these images would have been so difficult and intricate, and I totally would have passed them up if I didn't have my Big Shot die brush, which I love, love, love. So here for all of these images I used the precision base plate. So here I have my multi-purpose platform, my precision base plate, my cardstock, my framelit, or thinlit, sorry, and then of course the standard cutting pad on top. And then I run it through the Big Shot. I usually kind of crank through like 2 to 3 times just to make sure I have a nice solid image die cut and I don't have to worry about relining it up. But I will say I have lined images back up, cranked it back through, and it's been golden. So have no fear if that happens to you. So then we'll just take this off, and of course the first thing that you normally want to do is see if you can get the framelit to pop off. And while that is great, I have learned that it's so much easier to use the Big Shot die brush with the die still on the cardstock, because whenever you try to go over something delicate like this, then I feel like you're bending and pushing and poking and ripping possibly because of the bristles on the brush. So the best way to do it is to leave it there and just scratch away or brush over top, or I don't know, it just sounds like scratching, doesn't it? And I have found with this one that it usually pops off and leaves the image in the paper. So this one is a little bit more delicate, and I don't like to be too rough with it because it is so delicate. So I mean, I could probably go at it like a crazy person with the Big Shot die brush, but I just am too worried that it's so delicate that, you know, I don't want to rip it or anything. So I usually just kind of pull it through, and then there's a few little items that, you know, need a little popping through, but they're really not that hard at all. So it's not really that big of a deal to pop all of those little pieces out. Oh, and that's black on black, so you can't see it very well. Here, let's set this one down there. And for that one, I made 2 stunning cards with it. Here I made this one with some basic black and Bermuda Bay, and then I just added rhinestones to each of the little ball flowers, or whatever those are, I'm not really sure. And of course I have Marriage is a Journey, and then on the inside it says, good thing you get to bring your best friend along. Love it. Super, super love it. Another one that I did with that same image is this one here. And I just used that gorgeous navy and white washi tape and just did just a note. So I could use this for any sort of occasion. So then a couple other images I wanted to show you. Here I have the leaf, like twig, and then like a single leaf. So again, I'm just going to run this up, and it's already popping out. Well, that's okay. It's still in the framelit. So if it does pop out of the cardstock, you can still leave it in the framelit and brush over it just like this. I just find that you can be more aggressive on top of that metal framelit than I feel like I should be. See, look at how all those pieces just popped right out as I pulled that off. So super simple, super fun. There's just a few left in there, but I'm just lightly running my fingernail over it and they're falling out. So that is amazing. And then of course we have this little guy here. Here I need to dump all my little pieces. Then the little guy, and we're just, oh, see, look, and he's already nice and clean. Perfect. A couple other images are some flowers. So here's these flowers here. So I'm just gonna scratch over each one of those. And so then you could probably go over it. Oh yeah, it's working. Just gotta be a little bit more gentle than you can be whenever you're going over the metal framelit to get that. So then there's these three flowers here, and that's the same as these three that I've already done. And then the last one I wanted to show you is this fabulous border image. And so this one almost always popped out every time, but it stayed in the framelit. So then I just held one end of the framelit and brushed, and then just moved my way to the middle, and then flipped it over and did the other end. And you can see there's all those pieces just flying everywhere. And you have that gorgeous trim. So here, let me try to clean up my mess a little bit and show you all these amazing pieces. There are two other ones that I haven't used yet, and that is these two. So you might be able to see them better whenever I lay them down. And then all these beautiful flowers and the greenery and the border, and then that gorgeous one as well. So there's so many amazing ones. Let me show you a couple more samples that I did creating these. Got a few pieces that were on the inside all over the card. So here's another card that I did, and then this one I actually stamped the image, and then I layered these various flowers on top of the stamped image. So I used each one and using Peekaboo Peach and Tangerine Tango. And then I used the greenery piece. I actually used this and some of the singles, but I just cut off some of them. So I didn't want it so big, so I just used that top piece there. So that's how I created all the flowers for that, and then just used the little hello greeting. This one here, I actually stamped it in basic gray and then colored it in, and I actually, my Marina Mist marker wasn't working, but I really just wanted that color. So I know, so many people always wish that the markers were sold individually for when something like that happens and one marker goes bad or you use it too much. So I just used my aqua painter and a little bit of ink from the ink pad. So don't forget that with an aqua painter or a blender pen, you really can have every marker at your fingertips. So you don't have to worry about them not being sold individually by Stampin' Up. So don't forget those options as well. And so I just colored that in and added the little greeting down there with the decorative label punch. And then this one here, I super love this one. So I used the borders on the top and the bottom, and then I used the different flowers along the center diagonally there with the words that coordinate together rather than doing an inside and an outside. Then I went ahead and just stamped them both on the front. So there's some fabulous samples using the Flourishing Phrases stamp set and the Flourish Thinlits. So let me bring back in all of those, and we'll just set them on top of all of this mess here so you can check those all out. And you can see how much fun and how many different looks you can get from this fabulous bundle. Of course, I'll be posting each of these on my blog at laurastamppad.com, so be sure to check that out. And if you have any questions about any of the other bundles or about this one, then let me know in the comments below. I'd be happy to help you out with that. And let me know what your favorite bundle is from the new 2016-2017 catalog. I'd love to hear from you and see if maybe some of your favorites are some of my favorites. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Be sure to subscribe if you're new. I post every Tuesday and Thursday. And I'll see you next time. Happy stamping. Bye-bye.